Imagine this. You step onto a crowded street and numbers bloom above every head, tiny weather icons for human behavior. Above yours, a shifting halo of odds you cannot unsee. You just received the power to read probabilities. The question is not, is it real? The question is, what will you do with it? Here is the promise, a clear way to live with visible odds, to use them without becoming their prisoner, to help without breaking what you are trying to save, and to keep your humanity while the numbers whisper. First, the mechanics. Probabilities are forecasts, not prophecies. They update whenever someone acts, hesitates, lies, forgives. A 72% chance is a moving report, not a sentence. And the moment you see odds, you start changing them. Observation is interference. Your attention is a tiny force that tilts baselines, the way a hand on a roulette table would never be allowed. Coffee shop test. Above the barista, 27% chance of crying at lunch. You tip fairly and ask kindly. 27 becomes 24, then 19. Or your concern lands wrong and it nudges to 22. Rule 1. Odds are sensitive to kindness and to control. Intent matters. Job interview. Above the candidate, 81% chance of failing the next review. Cold data tempts you to label. Instead, set a smaller first project and coach. The 81 slides down as skills grow. Treat numbers as levers, not cages. That is rule 2. Love is trickier. Above your friend, 54% chance the relationship ends in heartbreak. A blunt warning injects fear and can raise the odds. A gentle principle lowers them. Move slow, ask better questions, look closely. Rule 3. If you share anything, share the principle, not the prophecy. Dark halos complicate everything. 13% chance of a violent outburst. 7% probability of theft tonight. Numbers like that change how you stand, what streets you walk, who you hire. Counterweight. Precision without context becomes prejudice. A 7% theft probability might sit above a hungry teenager choosing between shoplifting and shame. Suspicion pushes the dial up. Dignity can pull it down. Pay for a sandwich. Offer work, the dial moves. Now, your numbers. Above you. 36% chance you waste the afternoon doom scroll. 18% likelihood you call to apologize. 62% probability you keep the promise you made this morning. The gift of visible odds is a mirror. You do not need to guess where you leak time or courage. Break big changes into tiny bets. Set a 5-minute timer and the 36 becomes 12. Put the phone in another room and it drops to 5. Text, "Can we talk?" and 18 jumps to 64. There is danger in dashboards. Goodhart's law. When a measure becomes a target, it stops being a good measure. Chase success probability everywhere, and you will avoid worthwhile things whose odds start low. Courage often hides behind ugly percentages. Do not let the readout talk you out of being the person you admire. Metrics are helpful servants, but cruel masters. So what do we do in practice? 4 moves. 1. Translate odds into actions. Ask, what is the smallest behavior that moves us from 42 to 43 in the right direction? 2. Separate risk to self from risk to others. If a number suggests danger, choose distance and backup, not vigilante intervention. Safety first, humility second. 3. Protect privacy. If you see a percentage that could brand someone, do not broadcast it. 4. Keep human veto power. When the math says small chance, let values sometimes say we try anyway. Many of your best stories will begin at 12%. Run a day with this power. Morning subway. Give your seat to the woman with 38% chance of fainting and watch it dip. Office hallway. Return the smile to the intern with 59% chance of quitting. Ask about their week, see it slide to 47. Evening. You almost text your ex at 44% chance of regret. You breathe, message a friend instead, and the 44 collapses to 9. You did not obey the numbers. You collaborated with them. Final guardrail. Sometimes ignore the screen. When you hold your child and see 3% chance they will remember this moment, Do not chase a higher percentage. Savor the 3. When you start a project with 21% chance of public success, do not hide. Build because 21 is enough to begin. Faith lives where probability leaves off. Here's your compass for walking among numbers. Choose progress you can feel today and momentum you can measure next week. Treat probabilities like weather. Treat people like forests. Treat choices like seeds. Today, look for one halo you can nudge by 1 point in the right direction. A kindness, a boundary, a 5-minute step. Then do it again tomorrow. That is how you stop being haunted by numbers and start being a quiet force that bends them. Tell me in the comments the one number you will nudge today and how you will do it. If this helped you think bigger, share the video and subscribe for more what-if experiments every week.